Well, congrats. You're in the final stretch of Magic. You've done amazing to get this far. I know that sometimes when you start something, it's can be quite daunting, and for that reason, I kept Magic nice and tight for you. Just drip fed in the approach to the Goldilocks method, drip fed in the phase two exercises, and a little bit more of the yoga and rest based principle. But mostly, just a chance to work together with you one on one to have a look at how your body responds. This is the beauty of that tracking, that daily progress logging, where I can pull out all those little unique elements to you and highlight, hey, when you do this, this happens, and when that happens, we get results. So this process has been a unique opportunity to test in the foundation, the steps of nailing the rest-based approach, which is your 3 metabolic exercises a week on alternating days with yoga, breath work, rest, opportunity to restore, getting to bed early. I know some of you struggle with that, but how great is it when you can just turn off earlier? And the food, sticking to those 60 to 80 grams of carbohydrates a day, taking out the inflammatory foods. I know it was daunting to start with, which is like, oh my God, I'm going to let go of grains, holy dooly. But I wanted to take you really back just to primal paleo basics and see that, hey, food can taste pretty good. I don't have to worry about how much I'm eating. I just need to worry about the carbohydrates that I'm consuming and choose the ones that are going to be less and give me more. So I know that food was the hardest one, and for that reason, we just kept it nice and tight over these 4 weeks. But we are at the end, and some of your results will have been huge for those who've maintained that consistency and stuck to it. You have developed a metabolic flexibility that now opens up so much more opportunity for you to have the balance now, the balance between consistency in a routine that gets you closer to your goal weight and maintain it, and the social freedom that comes with just living life in general and knowing that, hey, I'm still going to get there. It's not going to fall off the bandwagon. This is the old pattern. Now, depending on where you've got to over these 4 weeks, you will get to a point where there'll be a plateau. You may have experienced it already in these 4 weeks, despite consistently hitting the targets. And you and I have personally chatted about how certain elements within your unique hormonal and metabolic function may be what's driving that. Or you've nailed it. You've been losing weight this whole time and you're like, I've got this, thanks Carly, I can take it from here. But there will be a point where you'll hit a plateau. I can absolutely guarantee it, because it happens with every single person. It happened with me on multiple occasions on my journey 10 kilos down. And I want to be able to keep talking you through that. Now, it's one thing just sticking to the methodology, but now we've got to maintain consistency and move your functional level further towards metabolic success. That means we still need time together. We need to continue to test the methodology, push through the plateaus, find where your weaknesses are. This comes down to pretty much scientific research, running pathology, making sure that everything is functionally there so you're maintaining optimal health. Troubleshoot some of those remaining symptoms, those ones that we're still niggling there. Either it's a gut issue or a sleep issue or a period issue. It could be hot flush related. It could be blood sugar related. It could be a number of things that we just don't have the capacity to do in just 4 weeks. The body doesn't work like that. But this is where our next step is going to take you. And I want to take you through what that looks like. So from Magic, the natural progression is to come down here into freedom. We're going to continue the coaching together. And that means you get more of me, not just twice a month. You can actually have up to 4 coaching calls with me a month. That's 1 a week if we need to. Now, that makes it so much easier to push through plateaus, because 1, you have the accountability. 2, we have more time together. So I can look at pathology, we can run pathology, we can do naturopathic protocols if we need to. these are our opportunities to work through the plateaus and get your body working 100% all the time. And that's going to get you faster to your goal weight. Now, from what it looks like is we now move into full toolkit. In Freedom, you have access to all of the exercises. We move from phase 2 exercises into phase 3 exercises, phase 4 exercises, new monthly exercises. Every month there is new exercises there. So you'll never catch up to where everybody else is. You will still use those exercises, phase 3 and phase 4, for about 3 to 4 weeks each. And then, so that's still about 8 weeks of exercises just in the phases to get through. And then you can jump into the monthly one. So you're never going to get bored of exercises, trust me. Same with yoga. We have all the chakras now to go through. We have all the flows, all of the stretching and mobility, all of the other breath work. This is where we explore other opportunities around rest. You're never going to get bored of knowing what to do with rest. Same with food. Now you get more choice around foods. We have full backlog of recipes. You can build your own template of meal plans where you can see exactly what your carbs are, make it fit for purpose for you. If you need help, I'm here to jump in and help you with those meal plans. Plus, you get new monthly ones and new recipe cards every month. So I'm also creating new meal plans every month for you. So apart from just the tools, we get the coaching. As I mentioned, you can book up to 4 coaching calls a month. That's 1 a week. We'll do really specific protocols and pathology testings. You'll have your own coaching portal where I'll have your labs, we'll have your protocols, we'll have your prescriptions, and we'll also be referring to your daily progress logs. This is where those logs become gold for you, because now we can export them into dashboards. We can see progression in a graph, line graph. I love pretty graphs. We can really move through and see and identify those unique set points. And when we test them, we test our protocol against our results. So next steps is I really want to see you come into Freedom. I don't want you to just fall off the bandwagon. You've come so far already. It's a natural progression into Freedom. It's the same price. It's just on a weekly basis. That means there's no locking contracts. There's no lump sum to fork out. Every week is $77. Basically, it's the same price of Magic over the 4 weeks, and it's no locking contracts, meaning if there's a certain point in the progress and you're like, okay, I need to either tier down to a cheaper subscription, which has no coaching, you have the possibility to do that as well. This is where we go from Freedom into Tribe. So imagine you have got your goal weight. You're sitting there comfortably. You've got your Freedom on the weekends. You're like, hey, Carly, I've done all my protocols and the prescriptions. My body is functioning optimally. I've got my goal weight. Now I just need to have the variety and the tools. And so you can drop down into Metabolic Tribe. So next steps is to start thinking about, okay, where did I get to over these 4 weeks? What have I still got to learn? Where can I be the best advocate and health coach for you and your accountability to get you closer to your goal weight and keep that momentum going? I will tap in with you in a couple of days, if not sooner, as you're close to the last day of Magic, and then see where you're at and help answer any of those questions that you have around metabolic freedom and next steps. So I look forward to seeing you on the other side of this magic week of yours. Go hard, go to your goal. Let's chat at the end of the week, and I love to see where you get to.